Okay, welcome back to yet another episode. In between episodes, I did went around town just to buy more resurrection scrolls and divided the resurrection scrolls up between everybody. So basically, everybody has around 3 or 4, I believe. Yeah, this guy has 10. Bought some more. Give these to Scarlet and those to her. Alright. Anyway, it won't run out anytime soon. Let's keep going, trying to clean up our quests, because there's definitely some quests in here that I can do pretty quick. I think the sheep one I was reading I can do pretty fast. The sheep one is just it's just this madness. So I should just bring the sheep corpse back. I also should dig up this spot. Talk to this dude because he wants a book. I already talked to him, but we reloaded before we...
Look here. There isn't a you can. Do you truly feel you are ready to prove that you have read your refusal?
Alright, so he wants me to read the Philosophy of Death, which I don't think I have, but I could check again. See if it's in here. It's not in there.
Beyond these walls, the dead roam free, Hunter. Be vigilant.
Pick up everything, so I should have seen it. There it is. Philosophy of Death. All right. Let us briefly discuss, how many pages is this craziness? Only 2 pages. Discuss life and death. The great opposites, the great equals. Death is greater than life. So saith the priest. For in death comes the God's just reward. But if this be true, whether that reward shall be the solace of heaven or the agony of hell is decided during one's lifetime. And therefore life is much greater than death, and therefore it is the decision maker. And for what of those who care not for the gods, who question the afterlife, its existence of deities? Life is life's own goal, they say. A wise sentiment I echo, and that even priests would do well to heed. But oh, how often does doubt assail these revealers of life? How often does fear approach with creeping of the shadows? So great becomes the looming horror that death becomes larger than life, and death becomes the greater force. Forget the promise of gods, I say, but defy the fear of oblivion as well. For if life and death become each other's equals, can the philosophy of death become one of life? Death is the instigator of faith and fear, but only if you let it be so. If you gaze into its obsidian eyes, knowing that it is the be-all and end-all, but fear neither, then you shall have reached the shores of wisdom. So saith Namorus. Okay. Let's see what his questions are.
The very fact that you seek me out once more is in itself a token of wisdom.
Talk to him with this guy.
The very fact that you seek me out once more is in itself a token of wisdom. Do you truly feel you are? Then we shall proceed to test the mettle of your acumen forthwith. Between life and death, death is the greater force. So argues the clergyman. Is he correct?
Of course not.
Correct. He is not.
Let us proceed. Life is life's own goal. The question that is itself the answer. Good. Now I am unburdened of all worries, am I not?
Not entirely, no.
I concur.
Last query. Boldly do I scorn the bonds of faith and fear. Death I dub thee life's equal. Is this my salvation or my undoing?
Your salvation.
Indeed.
Most impressive. Nothing short of miraculous.
Achievement.
You have verily fathomed the message of my book. My undying respect is yours, to an extent. Content in the knowledge that my legacy is in good hands. Ta-ta! I shall see you in the next life.
Poof. Thanks, dude. Alright. Let's go talk to the sheep lady. Should be right around the marketplace. I think she's right here.
Source hunters, eh? All right, if you've got a favourite sheep, best to fry. Oh, Ogre, you're rotten to the bone. Oh, me poor, sweet, plump girl. You've been wasted entirely. All that roast, all the mutton. Not even the sausage grinder will want her now. Give her here, will you? Me little mouldering darling. That louse. Did he even bother grilling a single luscious chop? I bet he wasted every last morsel. Captain Aureus will have a thing or two to say about this.
Alright, I think I leveled up.
This is intolerable. The momentum of time is slipping through our hands, and you fritter it away on conversations about decomposing mutton. Focus, Source Hunter, focus!
Alright, strength. Intelligence. Intelligence. And dexterity. Two abilities. 4, 3, 3. Alright. I think I need to talk to Arius and consider arresting this shopkeeper woman, Esmeralda. So give me some. I don't have to arrest her, but I need to present Arius with all the information. Give me some more quest XP.
honcho legionnaire. The source hunter says that creep Robert stole my sheep.
And
Well, aren't you going to arrest that stinking thief?
I'll have a talk with him, madam. Oh, what now? Yes. Discovered and it was stolen? Gods, what a fool that Roberts is. Taking a bribe in beleaguered old Sicil. Ah, what was he going to do with that gold? Buy the largest kipper in the land? He has a lot to answer for. But not as much as the one that did the bribing in the first place. Guess your mission is pretty clear, isn't it? Off you go to find this munificent body snatcher. What is in her diary certainly seems to implicate she dabbles in sorcery. Well, you're supposed to be the source hunter, aren't you? Go hunt some source! Well, have you found any incriminating evidence against her? If so, you found a blooded knife in Esmeralda's cellar. Guess you can scratch the top candidate off your list of cliched clues, then. Not exactly enough to arrest her for, is it? How to plan the perfect murder. Really? Really? She might as well wear a dress with the words "I killed Jake and I liked it" embroidered on it. But that alone wouldn't suffice to convince me. So convince me, Hunter, and keep looking. The knife, the book, the letter, they seem harmless enough by themselves, but in conjunction they do paint a pretty grim picture. Fine then. If you're certain she did it, then I shall have Esmeralda arrested. Your responsibility, Source Hunter. Surely you have exhausted all the evidence that was to... Whom would you have the Legion arrest? If you must.
He didn't give me any XP for it.
Again. Yes. Surely you have exhausted... You know it was taken, and you claim... Whom would you have the Legion arrest?
We can't arrest her with only such circumstantial evidence on our side.
Right you are.
How about you
There we
make
go.
up your mind before addressing me? All this
Righteous.
pointless chatter is getting on my nerves.
Let's see what Righteous does. Leadership. And she's renegade. That's okay. Don't have this trait because its scores equal or less. I see. So she has to say arrest her and he has to say no. And then he has to win.
Oh, what about it? Whom would you have the Legion arrest?
We can't arrest her with only such...
Circumstantial? Huh.
It's simple fact. This evidence does...
Someone unwilling to enforce justice, no matter the means, has no place as a source hunter.
No, we'll do as I say.
How about you make up your mind before...
There we go. Independent versus obedient. Evelyn Sanu. Legionnaires. Yeah, I should be able to do this headless Nick guy because I have some books now. Let's try Try that.
What is it this time? Ready for your trial, but not planning on playing.
You hear distant mutterings of curiosity as a small crowd shuffles toward your stage. A few moments longer, and everyone will be seated. Now, let's not be hasty. They may be dragging their feet, but your show is sure to knock the crowd's socks off. As soon as they settle into their seats, that is.
So ardently did he crave creamy blues and gory reds that he ordered a contest across his realm.
The stage is yours.
Well, what's the hold-up?
The crowd is completely appalled by your retelling. Are you sure that's how the...
The action was innovative, but the story was simply unforgivable.
You there? You look like an act.
Guess I need to read the story, huh? Let's see, where is it? This guy has it. It's not that one.
Fantastic.
Yeah, this one. Story goes that two adventurers, not knowing whether they would find land on the other side, they took with them sufficient provisions for 5 months of travel, but only during the last week of the 6th month did they land upon the land they would come to call Sicile. Enough, Celeste. Can't take another moment aboard with this death barge. I'm starving and sick. Will we find no safe refuge from our travails? My gods, could it be? There, look. What is it? Are we fresh out of water? Is it leaking hull? Look. Seal. There, beyond the mist. It's land. Land, my sweet land. Land at last. We should call it Sicile. Alright, let's see if I can remember that.
What is it? Ready for your trial, by not planning on.
You hear distant mutter. Now, let's not be hasty. They may be dragging their feet, but your show is sure to knock the crowd's socks off. As soon as they settle into their seats, that is.
Step right up!
Fantastic! Bravo! Bravo!
The stage is yours.
Good show.
The crowd seems to know the tale. They wholly approve of your beginning.
Marvelous.
Simply marvelous.
The crowd is thrilled. Whatever will happen next is sure to excite them.
Well, there's an encore.
The crowd seem quite impressed with your delivery. Keep it up.
Simply marvelous.
The crowd gasps. They're on the edge of their seats. Go on. Push them over. Gasps ring out across the audience. They must know how it ends. They simply must. The crowd explodes into applause and appreciation. You've woven them a tale of desperation and hope, and they are alive with the thrill of it.
That was really something else.
Ardently did he crave creamy blues and gory reds that he ordered a...
Don't pity when Reginald came. It seems, and even I don't know.
So ardently did he crave creamy blues and gory reds that he ordered a contest across his realm. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti... Oh, excuse me, I'm trying to prepare... What do you call us? A resourceful hunter? Come now, it can't be that hard to find some... Today, I think, a king. The great Sigurd and his rainbow of war machines.
What is it this time? Bravo! Bravo! Well, I'm certainly not afraid of admitting when I... What is it? Now, let's not make a scene. Oh, here. Not planning on playing to an empty audience, are you? Wait until I...
You hear distant mutterings of curiosity as a small crowd shuffles toward your stage. A few moments longer, and everyone will be seated.
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti... What do you call us? A resourceful hunter?
Oh, come on, we haven't got all day.
I'm not sure how to get rid of these people.
Do, re, mi, fa, sol... What do you call us? A resourceful hunter?
The stage is yours.
Oh, come on.
The crowd seems to know the tale. They wholly approve of your beginning.
Oh,
The crowd is thrilled. Whatever will happen next is sure to excite them. The crowd seem quite impressed with your delivery. Keep it up.
And gory reds that...
Good show.
bravo!
Fantastic.
The crowd gasps. They're on the edge of their seats. Go on. The crowd seems to wonder what you're trying to pull. Or perhaps you've got a packed punch prepared to round... Uh-oh. The
and gory reds that he ordered a contest across his realm.
Alright, let me search on what I'm supposed to do here.
Today, his realm.
Alright, one of these guys is a crowd warmer, apparently.
Today, I
This
think...
show is worth...
So I talk to
Sigurd
them.
and his rainbow of war machines.
This show is worth the hype. This show...
Don't ask me what the...
Don't ask me.
This show is worth...
This show is worth the hop. What's that nutter?
What
What are you looking at me for?
There he is.
There's a great show going on right in front of you. And look, there stands the world-famous Reginald the Entertainer. Better check it out if you don't want to miss the time of your life. Oh, I'm nothing but your average man taking in the best show I've ever seen. I'm amazed and astounded that for a meager gold coin or two, I can take in this first-rate entertainment all day long. Well, I've stumbled into quite the fine gig. I just let my appreciation for Reggie's work be known, and he slips me a few gold coins in return. My voice happens to carry pretty far. Syseal hears me. Syseal wants to see what the fuss is all about. And let me tell you, this amazing show just can't be beat. Well, drawing a crowd's what I do best, and I'd be glad to do it for your little show. 100 gold up front, and yours will be the hottest ticket in Syseal. You're lost, buddy. You know where to... What are you looking at me for? There's a great show going. Well, drawing a crowd. 98, 99, 100. Looks like all's in order, Chief. So, ready for a bigger crowd than you can shake a stick at?
That the king had a great thirst for colour. So ardently did he crave creamy
A familiar eye. A person whose sole job is to praise. Please, you must hire him for me. Come on, can't you hear the...
Yeah, I don't think I have to pay him $100. What I can do is just learn about him.
What are you looking at me for? Well, I've stuck. Well, drawing a crowd's what I do. You're lost, buddy.
Go over here.
A person whose sole job is to praise the performance and stir a crowd. A genius invention. No wonder Reginald has had such success. I knew his act couldn't have outshone mine on its merits alone. Please, you must hire him for me. Imagine the scowl on that con man's face when my rightful... What is it this time? Oh, I should have...
My word!
Enjoying the fair, aren't well? I've a note.
New Elba who knew Elliot, who is said to have known...
What are you looking at me for? There's a great show going. Well, I don't see why I should. Reginald and I have grown rather friendly, you know? And in any case, it'll be hard to pull myself away from this fantastic show.
Today, I think, a king. The great Sigurd and his rainbow of war machines.
No.
It is said, and this I have heard from a ghost who knew Elba, who knew Elliot, who is said to have known Sigurd himself, that the king had a great thirst for colour. So ardently did he crave creamy blues and gory reds, that he ordered a contest across his realm. Today, I think, a king. The great Sigurd and his rainbow of war machines. It is said, and this I have
I don't need to prove a thing. What are you looking at me for?
Saved it. It's such a dumb minigame.
What are you looking at? Oh, well, well, drawing a crowd. You're lost, buddy.
A familiar eye.
What are you looking at me for? There's a... Well, I don't see why I should. Reginald and I have grown rather friendly, you know? And in any case, it'll be hard to pull myself away from this fantastic show.
Today, I think, a king. The great Sigurd and his rainbow of war machines. It is said, and this I have heard from a ghost who knew Elba, who knew Elliot, who is said to have known Sigurd himself, that the king had a great thirst for colour.
All right.
Well, I guess it's been long enough since I've stretched my wings a bit, and it ain't so far of a flight now, is it? Maybe I will have a peek at what Cedric's up to over there.
I think a king, the great Sigurd and his rainbow of war machines. It is said, and this I have heard from a
That rooster thinks he's such hot stuff, posing for Jerome like that. Someone ought to tell him his waddle waggles when he crows, same as the rest.
Everybody leaves.
Where is everyone trotting off to? Don't they want to hear how the story ends? They haven't even heard the legend of the three-legged...
Strange! You appear to be my only client. Did the whole of Syceal eat some bad chicken, or what?
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. It won't be the worst.
Hey, you there! Cut it out!
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti.
I think you've gotten quite familiar enough by now, thanks. I knew that fool could never have garnered so much as a guffaw on his own merits. I'll see to this matter immediately.
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la. It won't be the worst in...
Okay, we've taken him. So now, where does he want to go? Original cellar. Let's put him down, I don't know.
Ah, a little privacy at last. Out of earshot of that contemptible jester. We can finally speak freely. Where shall we begin? My true name is Nick. In life, I was an entertainer aboard the ship of the famed Pontius Pirate. I once dared to defy him and he savagely beheaded me for the attempt. Little did I know the abuse was only beginning. A wandering sorcerer, mad as the day is long, found my severed head on the beach and resurrected me. I spent months in his company listening to him blather on about his every inane opinion. When I asked him to return my head to my body, it must be in the Black Cove still, he became enraged and tossed my head into the sea. Reginald stumbled upon me some days later and consigned me into his horrid little show. I know not how long I've been entertaining slack-jawed imbeciles at the Syceal Fair. All I know is I just can't take you anymore. More than anything. But the chances are so slim with the Black Cove utterly infested with Pontius's undead cronies. My poor lost body is among them, sightless and silent in their vile company. For all I know, they're using it as a coat rack. Traveller, if there were any way you would brave the cove's depths and reunite me with myself, you'd be doing me the only kindness I'd have received in as long as my poor memory serves. That charlatan doesn't have a lick of his own talent. So he begs, borrows and beats it from those of us with a real vision for the stage. What I wouldn't give to give old Reggie a swift kick in the jugglers. It won't be the worst, Indy.
Okay. Got ourselves a head. He wants to go to the Black Cove. I don't know where the Black Cove is, really. Guess maybe it's over here. I guess we'll find it at some point. Is there anything else I had to do? Don't think so. Yeah, there's these dungeons. I should look up that. Alright, so there's some code in those dungeons. Let's see. I think I can just warp. No, probably not. It's not that far. I need to go up here. And the codes basically unlock spawn an enemy that you kill and you get a reward. Looks pretty simple.
Feeling hot under the collar?
Never rains, but it pours, eh?
Have him separate off. Go into this one. Apparently, yeah, you can read here. And this sells double your double face, your ally. So this is the code for the other dungeon. And this is the code for that dungeon. So let's save it. I think what you want to do is so water, earth, air, fire. Water.
Does anything
Earth.
seem different now? Did that cause a reaction?
Air.
Did that cause a reaction?
Fire.
Now to find out what effect that...
So these guys should be in battle now.
It never rains, but it pours, eh?
Summon some spiders.
Sink your toxic fangs deep.
Oops, what a tech. I don't know why I moved. Whatever. Death by spider. There you go. Smoked. Alright, let's trade places.
I'd prefer to drown my sorrows with ale. Heal up also. And then we want the other guy to do earth, water, air, fire. Earth, water, air, fire.
Now to find out what effect that had.
Water.
Does anything seem different now?
Air. Gonna cast spiders.
I wonder what that did.
Charmed. Poison herself. Blew up her own dude. Poor spider.
Burn for me.
There we go. Burned.
I'm drenched.
Let's bring this guy back over. In case there's weird XP gains.
I'm drenched.
Fortune!
Should we have her move forward by herself to make sure there's no traps? And other random enemies.
Interesting markings. It looks like a circular object might fit here.
Got your pendant at the ready. I thought she picked it up.
Interesting markings. It looks like a circular object might fit here. Fortune!
I'll have this guy go to the other side. I don't think I can just teleport. Can I teleport? Probably not. Yeah, there's no sight line to it.
What a deluge!
Is there anything here? Square.
7 grant abundance!
7 square pendant. There we go. I'll have her go first as usual. All the crazy gold on the floor. So why not? I like telekinesis, it's kind of neat. Okay, there's 4 chests. Air essence. Ah, fireball spell. Looks like it. Let's go to my party. Go over this way. Catch the wall ceiling again.
Striking it rich!
What a deluge!
All right. Let's look through her stuff. Oh, she's got a bunch of craziness. Arrows. Skills. Don't care about that. Requires strength 7. Nothing special. Reflect 10% of melee damage is piercing. I can go to him. Sounds fine to me. About the same. Range 6 meters. That's pretty good. Doesn't do the fire damage, but I like the extra range. I don't know. What kind of stuff does he have? It's just money things. Letters. And other silly stuff. Alright, let's sell my stuff, and then we'll call it an episode after we sell this. And then I think we're done with the quests without exploring more.
Well, what sort of arrows do you want? Freezing? Silver? Poison? Get to the point.
Brew 'em, spice 'em, stir and churn.
Sorry, but I haven't the time for chatter. These days, a moment's inattention is all a thief needs to snatch my livelihood out from under me.
Repair hammer. Repair. See if anything any durability is low. I don't know why there's durability if it's so easy to repair these things. Just silly. Alright. I guess I couldn't sell these.
Sorry, but I haven't the time for chatter. These days, a moment's inattention is all a thief needs to snatch my life.
Guess they're quest items, so you can't sell them.
How lovely to see you again, haver of the beautifully shaped... We'll have none of that, do you hear?
Steal one treasure map. It's weird, I was able to sneak before. Secrets unlocked. Whatever that means. Maybe it's like one of these symbols. I wonder if you can sell it back to him now. Alright, that's good enough. Good enough. For some point. Thanks for watching. See you next time.